All right, today we're out here working on the boat again. It's upside down now. We're gonna start working on the bottom of the boat. This boat, because of its closed loop cooling system, has to have water lines that run through these, which are still underneath a section of boat. So that's gonna have to get cut out on both sides so we can get the ride plate sitting in there where it goes. And then we're gonna work on sealing it. I think I'm gonna do this one a little different, where we're gonna, because this has a bunch of previous fiberglass repairs, we're gonna get this exactly where we want it. And then we're gonna do the same thing we did where we glue and rivet the bottom in. And then I think I'm gonna come in and fiberglass over this whole thing to smooth it out and to strengthen up that previous repair. But yeah, we're gonna get started trying to get these cut out.
Look at that. So why is that side of the boat so much lower?
Well, I just pushed it down. It's flexing. Yeah, that'll be a little bit tricky there. Been over here working on this transition from the boat hull to the jet ski hull. Didn't really record much because I don't like you to see how long it takes me to do that. But anyways, getting ready to start tacking this together. This is actually, well, it started as 3 pieces, but now it's 4 because this corner broke off. So I'll weld all this together as much as I can with it taped to the boat, and then I'll probably take it off and weld it fully, and then probably weld the backside also, just to try to give myself as much of a chance as possible the weld's not leaking. And then we'll put it back on the boat, and all I got to do is get a piece that'll come from here to here, and then it'll taper off up here somewhere, so it'll just be a little triangle. And that's what we're doing. All right, been out here working on our little transition piece. It's not quite finished yet. I still got to do some grinding, but I'm going to go ahead and see how well this is going to weld to the boat. So I've got this all wire brushed down, try to get this scum off the bottom. I cleaned up this piece as best I can. So now I'm just going to go around and start tacking it down. I have to kind of push it down a little bit as I go because the aluminum warped quite a bit when I was welding the multiple pieces together. But I'm going to turn the welder down now and just see if it'll stick them together. Okay, got it welded. I thought I had a time lapse going. Turns out I just shut the camera off instead. But some of it looks pretty good. Got some decent welds, and I got some really bad welds because I don't really know what I'm doing. But I'm going to come back tomorrow because it's getting late tonight. But I'm going to come back and grind all these high spots down and see if there's any holes, and just keep going, keep re-welding until it looks like it's going to hold the water out. But so far I'm decently happy with it. From here on the GoPro it looks all right. So after we get that all ground down and re-welded and smoothed out, I'm going to pull the hull back out and get ready to glue the whole thing in for the last time. After, oh, actually we got a little bit more welding to do back here. I got to get some straight pieces put in that are going to go just right along here, because the ride plate will sit right here, and I'm going to have them tie back into the jet ski hull so I can use some of my 3M 5200 and glue the aluminum to the fiberglass there, and then this will just be sealed off from the outside. And we'll pretty much be ready to start attaching the hull into the boat for the last time and do our little bit of fiberglass repair on the bottom. Working on the back of the boat, the front of the aluminum welding there is about as good as it's going to get for now. So I trimmed these back so I can get a piece of aluminum in here. I came up with this template here, which will set in just like that. So I transferred that to a piece of 1/8 inch thick aluminum, and I ended up with this here, which fits pretty good. And then I'll just put a bead of my glue, my 5200, through here to seal that to the jet ski hole. And then the ride plate hopefully will still sit right down inside of that. So then we can seal this off and keep most of the water out. So I'm gonna go cut one more of these and then clean the boat hull up some more with the wire wheel, and we'll get ready to start welding them in. Okay, I've got these two pieces tacked in. Gonna go ahead and weld them out, grind them down, see what they look like. And if I need to, whenever we pull this jet ski hull back out, before we glue it in, I can always run a bead around the inside also. Got those welded in. Looks like there's a little hole there. I have to go back over these. I'm gonna grind them down a little bit, see what they look like, and then if there's any holes, I'll weld them back up. Okay, I got the last bit of welding done, I think. Got this piece of metal. All I did was I slid it and I folded it in against the jet ski hole because there was a bit of a gap here. And then wherever I cut it, I just welded another piece of aluminum right over the top. So we're getting ready to drop the jet ski hull back out of the bottom, or I guess that's the top of the boat. And then we'll go on the inside and clean everything up and get ready to put our 3M glue down and try to get the jet ski hull back up where it was, screw it all back in, and while the screws are holding it in place, I can go back through and drill every, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches and put a rivet in the hole.
freestyle.
There's a lot more fiberglass.
Why that is.
All right, we just finished up putting in all the rivets we could around here. Some of them were kind of tricky to get to because of the pump shoe being in there still. So looks like we got some good glue squirting out all along our seam, which we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna fiberglass over this anyways, so that's not really that important, but I feel better about it. All I gotta do now is come in here with a bead of that 5200 right along this seam here, and I'll do another bead on the inside just to be doubly sure, and hopefully she'll be watertight once we get that done. All right, got the boat all sealed up as you saw in the last clip. Well, mostly sealed up. That's going to do it for this video. In the next one, it'll basically just be doing a little bit of fiberglass work on the bottom of the hull here, and then we'll be basically reassembling everything inside the boat. So hopefully we'll get her out on the water pretty soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe if you want to see the next part.